Good morning, students. Welcome back to the online classes. Today also we will continue with the same chapter, that is nature of matter. In this chapter our current topic is the properties of matter. In this topic till now we have discussed the properties like transparency, floating and sinking, and diffusion. I hope you remember all these. Today we will start the next property of the matter, that is dissolution. So for understanding dissolution we should first understand when a substance is said to be dissolved. So when one substance mixes completely with another substance to give a clear solution, then we say that it is dissolved in it. So we should get a clear solution. Both the substances should get mixed nicely with each other. Then we say that one substance, it has been dissolved in another. And this property by which a substance dissolves in another substance, this is called dissolution. Let us try to understand this with the help of an activity. In this activity, we have to take 3 glasses half filled with water, and then we have to name them like glass 1, glass 2 and glass 3. Then in glass 1 we have to add 1 teaspoon of salt. In glass 2 we have to add 1 teaspoon of sand, and glass 3 we have to add 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then we have to stir them nicely. What will we observe? What do you think? We will see that salt and sugar, they dissolve nicely in water. After stirring this salt and sugar, we will get a clear solution. But this sand, it does not dissolve in water. Even after stirring nicely, we can easily see both of these things separately. See here, water and sand. So we can see them separately. Here we don't get a clear solution. So in this, here we say that this salt and sugar, they have dissolved. They are dissolved in water, but sand, it has not been dissolved in water. And so salt and sugar, they are called soluble substances. And on the other hand, this sand, it is called insoluble substance. So how can we define soluble substance and insoluble substance? See, soluble substance, the substances which dissolve in water are known as soluble substances. Examples are salt, sugar. And what are the insoluble substances? Substances which do not dissolve in water, they are known as insoluble substances. Examples are sand, wood, metal, etc. Try to think some more examples. Now, whenever anything dissolves in water, it's not like that any quantity of that thing can dissolve in that given amount of water. There is a certain limit of dissolving anything in any given amount of water. So based on this feature, there are 2 new terms. They are the solubility and saturated solution. So for understanding this, let us again do one activity. Then we will understand nicely what is solubility and what is saturated solution. For this, again we have to take a glass. As you can see in the picture, we have taken a glass half filled with water, and then we have to add a teaspoon of sugar. See here, a teaspoon of sugar in it, and stir it nicely. What will we observe? The sugar, it gets dissolved. Then again we have to add another teaspoon of sugar, and then again we have to stir it. What will again we observe? That it will again dissolve in water. Now we have to keep on going this. We have to continuously add the 1 teaspoon of sugar in this given amount of water. That means the given volume of water, that means the half glass of water. We have to continuously adding sugar in amount of 1 teaspoon and stir it nicely after every addition. Then after some time we will observe that a particular amount, after adding a particular spoon of sugar, we will find that no more sugar is dissolving in this given volume of water. As you can see in this picture, no sugar is dissolving in this half glass of water. This means amount of sugar that could be dissolved in this given volume of water, that means the maximum amount of water that could be dissolved in this half glass of water, it has been added to it. Now we have to count how many teaspoons of sugar we have added to this half glass of water. Suppose we have added 10 teaspoons of sugar in this half glass of water. That means what? This 10 teaspoon is the solubility of sugar in this half glass of water. And this solution which we have got now, this is called the saturated solution, in which no more amount of substance can be added. This is called saturated solution, and the maximum amount of substance, so here we have added 10 teaspoons of sugar, maximum 10 teaspoons of sugar. So 10 teaspoon is the solubility of sugar in this half glass of water. Here also in this picture you see in 2 test tubes water is there. Here we can't see any crystal of sugar. That means sugar is being added. But after adding a certain amount of sugar, here we can see that it is no more dissolving. You can see. So this is the saturated solution. This is unsaturated. This is unsaturated solution, because here more sugar can be added. But this is unsaturated solution because here no more sugar can be added. So this is what the solubility and saturated solution. So how can we define? What is solubility? The maximum amount of substance that can be dissolved in a given volume of water is called solubility of that substance. And what is saturated solution? Such a solution in which no more substance can be dissolved, as we observed in our previous activity, that after adding 10 teaspoons of sugar, no more sugar is being dissolved. So this type of solution is known as saturated solution. Now we will see the effect of temperature. Effect of temperature on solubility of solids. Means we will see now, is there any effect of temperature of heat on solubility of solids. For understanding this, again we'll do an activity. Here also we have to take equal volume of water in 2 glass tumblers. Here you can see we have taken 2 glass tumblers and equal volume of water we have taken in both of them. Then we have to heat the water in one of the tumbler. So here you can see we are heating the water in this. Now we have to add equal amount of sugar in 2 tumblers. Now we will add equal amount of sugar in both the tumblers. Suppose we are adding 1 teaspoon of sugar to it and 1 to it. Then what will we find? That sugar will dissolve. Then we will keep on adding 1 teaspoon of sugar in 2 tumblers till it stops dissolving. So we will keep on adding and adding and adding in both the tumblers until it stops dissolving. What will we observe? We will observe that the amount of sugar dissolved in this tumbler is more than the amount of sugar dissolved in this tumbler. It indicates, it shows that on increasing the temperature, the solubility of solids increases. As when we increase the temperature of water here, the amount of sugar that can be dissolved, it also has been increased. That means on increasing the temperature, solubility of solids increases. So this is the effect of temperature on the solubility of solids. Now we will see dissolution of liquid in water. Till now we saw dissolution of solids in water. Again we will do an activity. We will take 2 glasses. As you can see, we have taken 2 glasses and we have to fill them half with water. Then we will mix half teaspoon of lemon juice. What? Lemon juice in 1 test tube and half teaspoon of mustard oil in another glass. And then we have to stir it nicely. And then we have to observe what happens. What will we see? We will see that lemon juice is soluble in water. It gets dissolved. After adding lemon juice, we get a clear solution. But mustard oil, it is insoluble in water. We don't get a clear solution, a uniform, a homogeneous solution we don't get after adding mustard oil. That means mustard oil is insoluble in water. So some liquids are soluble in water and some liquids are insoluble in water. Examples of soluble liquids are lemon juice, milk, etc. And insoluble liquids are mustard oil, petrol, etc. Try to think more examples. And what is the effect of temperature on solubility of liquids? Same as solids. On increasing the temperature, the solubility of liquids increases. Next, we will see dissolution of gases in water. So, till now, we saw dissolution of solids and liquids in water. Now, we will see dissolution of gases in water. So some gases, they also dissolve in water. An example is carbon dioxide gas. Let us again discuss one activity. We have to take a soft drink bottle and open its lid. As you can see here in this picture, we have to open its lid. What do we observe? We see gas comes out with bubbles. See. Now we will keep the bottle without lid for some time. As you can see here, without lid, we will leave it for some time. What will happen? We will notice that after some time, bubbles will stop coming out of the bottle. So see here, no more bubbles are there. It stops coming out. That means what? All the gas dissolved in soft drink, it has come out of the bottle. So here no more gas is there. Here in this picture, gas was dissolved in the liquid. So as we opened the lid, these gases, they starting coming out of the bottle in the form of bubble. And you know which gas is there dissolved in this cold drink? Yes, carbon dioxide gas. Oxygen gas also gets dissolved in water in a small quantity. And it is this oxygen gas which aquatic animals, they use to breathe. Because aquatic animals, they live in water and they need oxygen for breathing. Since this oxygen gas, it keeps dissolved in water, these aquatic animals, they get oxygen from water only. But it's not like all the gases they dissolve in water. Gases like helium, ozone and hydrogen do not dissolve in water. And what is the effect of temperature? Just opposite. On increasing temperature, solubility of gases decreases. So here your chapter, it gets completed. Discussion, the content portion of the chapter has been completed. Now we will discuss the exercise portion of this chapter, in which today I have taken fill in the blanks and take the correct options and write true and false. Let us discuss. So fill in the blanks. Number 1. The process of grouping objects with similar properties is called dash. Answer is classification. Number 2. Anything that occupies dash and has dash is called matter. Answer is space and mass. Number 3. In the dash state of matter, the constituent particles have very little hold on each other. Answer is gaseous. Number 4. Light does not pass through a blackboard as it is an dash object. Answer is opaque. Number 5. Smell of perfume reaches us by the process of dash. Answer is diffusion. Next is B. Question number B, in which you have to write true or false. So first statement is air is a man-made material. It is false. Number 2, a thin polythene sheet is transparent. Yes, it is true. 3, pebbles float on water. It is false. It can't float. It sinks. Number 4, diffusion is the mixing of the particles of two materials on their own. Yes, it is true. And number 5 is oxygen gas is slightly soluble in water. Just now we have discussed. So it is true. Next is tick the correct option. The state or states of matter that have both a fixed shape and a definite volume is or are. liquids and solids, gas and liquids, solids only, liquids only. So both fixed shape and definite volume. This property is shown only by solid. Second, your book is made up of matter because it has mass, occupies a space and has some mass, occupies a space, does not float on water. So we know very well matter is that which has some mass and which occupies a space. So answer is the option B. Number 3. Which of the following is an opaque material? Piece of wood, pure air, a plain thin sheet of glass, water in clean glass container. Answer is piece of wood. Next, in which of the following case would diffusion be the fastest? Gas in gas, solid in liquid, liquid in liquid, gas in liquid. Of course, gas in gas. Number 5. Which of the following is insoluble in water? Mustard oil, carbon dioxide, sugar and common salt. It is our today's topic. So the answer is insoluble. So answer is mustard oil. So we discussed question numbers A, B and C, and up to here it is your portion for periodic test 1. So chapter 1 complete, whole chapter 1, and chapter 3 the content of chapter 3 and question numbers A, B, C. This much is your portion for periodic test 1. Keep preparing for that and also prepare your class work copy. Complete your class work copy starting from the next property. Right, you have written up to property 3 diffusion. Now you give next topic dissolution. Write its definition from today's video. Then definition of solubility, definition of saturated solution, then effect of temperature on solubility of solids, liquids and gases, all the three states. What is the effect of temperature? So this much you write in your inside notes, and after that something to know, question numbers A, B and C. This also you have to write in your classwork copy. Okay then, bye.